Hello everyone, it's Enigma here, and today I'm here to do speculation because there's been a lot of interesting things recently for the potential character of Rayman for Smash. Now, in my predictions video I made quite some time ago, like a month ago, I talked about how I thought Rayman was pretty likely, and I thought he was probably the most likely Ubisoft rep. Well, obviously the Ubisoft rep, but also the most likely Western rep. And recently, since that video, after I made that video, there's been actually quite many things that have been pointing to Rayman recently, and I thought they were compelling enough for me to want to do a video about it, because I think this is kind of interesting, and I guess it's kind of fun to talk about. Now, my history with Rayman, I haven't played his games. I haven't. But I've always wanted to. His games look so fun to me, because I love platforming games, and obviously I think Rayman would be the type of game franchise for me, because I love platformers. And I've played Rayman in Smash Flash 2, and he's such a fun character. Like, a character without limbs sounds really, really fun, and I would love to see Rayman in Smash. So hopefully this is real. But I kind of want to, talk about the stuff that's been happening recently, in case you guys are unaware, because I think this is pretty interesting. So, is Rayman coming to Smash? Let's find out. So anyways, there's a Twitter account by the name of Rayman for Smash Together, and he's been basically posting a lot of interesting hints and signs that could suggest Rayman could finally join Smash. And this is what he says: the plot thickens. Y'all remember when the Ubisoft bot called Sam, their version of Siri, would say it hoped for Rayman to show up in Smash DLC? Well, me and some folks on Discord were trying again, and now it says nothing about it. Looks like Ubisoft removed those too. So, 1 week, the Ubisoft bot, which was from the Ubisoft Club app, it's basically an app where you can ask questions about video games, mostly Ubisoft titles, but you can actually ask this bot about any game, and it will usually give you an answer, like, some, opinion thing about it. So, the week before April 22nd, this is what it used to say. So if you were to type Super Smash Bros. Ultimate into this Ubisoft Club app, this is what it used to say. Let me get that for you. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate recently announced the final DLC character in its first Fighter's Pass, Byleth, from the little-known franchise called Fire Emblem. That's right, another one. But they also announced new Ubisoft-themed Mii Fighter costumes, specifically the Rabbids from Rayman and the OG assassin himself, Altair. Here's hoping Rayman will be part of the next Fighter's Pass. Pretty interesting. Then, starting April 22nd, the whole message was changed. So now if you were to type in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, here it says Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC, now this is what it says. Oh, you're currently playing Super Smash Bros.? Oh, maybe you just want to check if I know about it or play it. I mean, I'm a Ubisoft bot, but I still make a point of following game news and trying out non-Ubisoft titles. I have a lot of fun trying new things. However, I cannot give news about every single game in the world. There are simply too many to keep track of. I'd say I'm only human, but my programming prevents me from lying. Yeah, so the message changed, basically. So now it has no reference or suggestion of a playable character. It doesn't reference all of the characters and the content that we got. All of that's removed, and now it's been like just some basically just random message that kind of seems generic. And honestly, if this was the only thing going for Rayman, I wouldn't have thought this was too much of a really key thing that could have supported Rayman. There's actually something bigger that I think could actually support Rayman and Smash. That's just one thing, but this thing I think is actually pretty huge stuff. So, the same Twitter account, Rayman for Smash Together, then says, the plot did squats and got even thicker. According to TA Animal on Smashboards, the recent copyright revisal for Rayman indicates that a deal was struck between Ubisoft and a third-party company, a game company or merch company for the Rayman IP, similarly to Banjo. I gotta scroll down a bit because I'm reading this like right now. The last time this happened was around 2008 when we had Raving Rabbids merch and such. As we all know so far, there isn't any Rayman merch coming anytime soon. This time was similar to one with Banjo, like described by T. Animal in his post. Take it with a grain of salt, though. Big thanks to Rayman Together, who originally discovered the trademark stuff, by the way. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could be hinting at it. So, basically, there it is. It's the same exact copyright that Banjo got before he was revealed for Smash. Like this guy said, this could also be for merch, yes. But you have to remember, Banjo got quite a few merch before he was revealed. So even if this is stuff for like Rayman merch, Rayman could still possibly get in, especially when you look at the Ubisoft bot about Smash Brothers. And there was also, and now the next thing that I just remembered actually, there was a poll on the actual Ubisoft website that asked if you bought the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC. That's another thing going in favor of, a Ubisoft rep. Since then, that question has been taken down. There's a lot of things that happened to Rayman recently. So I kind of just want to talk about my feelings about it, whether I think this hints that this points to Rayman happening or if it doesn't. I'm going to speak my opinion. So, when I first heard about the Ubisoft Club app thing, at first I just thought that, it was just Ubisoft kind of like, remove the message to stop speculation. So, I like, at first when I saw that stuff, I didn't think too much of it. But when I saw the other stuff, like, the trademark being renewed, by a third-party company, and, the question being taken off of the Ubisoft website, that I thought was, like, the smoking gun that, yeah, this might be Rayman's time. I've been saying Rayman had a great shot in Fighters Pass Volume 2 speculation, my predictions video, and I said that before all of this stuff popped up, and I think it's interesting that we're getting this stuff. Now, one thing I do hear is that, Rayman's a spirit and he can't be playable. I think this arms rep is going to break that rule. I really do. And another thing I hear is also that, like, Rayman, like, people don't care about Rayman in Japan, and I have heard of that. I heard Rayman, like, absolutely flopped in Japan, but I think that, Rayman, if he was in Smash, he could be, like, a reverse hero, where instead of trying to promote an Eastern game to the West, they're trying to promote a Western game to the East. Because Nintendo actually has published the recent Rayman games in Japan, Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends. And I do think Sakurai is fond of the series. I mean, if you look at the content that Rayman has gotten in Smash before, he's gotten trophies, he's gotten spirits. I think that Sakurai could possibly be a fan of the series, and he might think that, he would be an interesting character, and especially since quite a few people want Rayman, I think that, all of this stuff could possibly lead up to Rayman getting in Smash. I think Ubisoft knows this. I mean, I don't think they would have mentioned Rayman for Smash if they weren't aware of him being a popular request. So I think Ubisoft knows. I'm pretty sure Nintendo and Sakurai knows. I'm pretty sure that the fans were vocal enough to get their voices heard, and maybe, just maybe, now might actually be Rayman's time. And I'm actually pretty stoked. I'd be pretty happy with Rayman. Sure, I wouldn't get Crash, who's my most wanted, Geno doesn't really count since he's not Western, and I don't really think we're getting two Western reps in the same pass, but I think that I would be content with Rayman, really. Rayman looks like a fun character, and I think Nintendo owes Ubisoft a character at this point, especially with how much Ubisoft has supported Nintendo for all these years, and I mean, they made a Mario and Rabbids crossover. They added Star Fox characters as guests in Starlink. Ubisoft clearly has a great relationship with Nintendo, so I don't see why not. And especially since, like, we just got Ubisoft costumes. That's proof right there that Ubisoft is still involved in Smash in some way. And I think that during that time, they could have striked up a deal and say, hey, you can release these costumes early, but you want us to let you use Rayman for Smash? It's possible. I think it's very likely. Rayman honestly might be a front runner for who is possibly in this Fighter's Pass. I really do think Rayman has a great shot. And I'll be shocked if he doesn't make it, especially with all this stuff that has been popping up recently. I feel like the stars are aligning. So if you are a Rayman fan, I hope you're excited, and I would definitely love to give a game a try, because they do look like games for me, and I would love to try a Rayman game. So yeah. But anyways, what do you guys think about all this Rayman stuff that has happened recently? Like, do you guys think that Rayman is likely, or do you guys not think he's likely? And let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, this has been Enigma, and peace. See you next time.